Okay, we're going to carry on with our payroll report inside Access. This will be part two, and we have been calculating the bottom portion of our payroll report to get a total of our federal, provincial taxes, our CPP total for employees, and of course the company's portion of Canada Pension. The company has to match what they've deducted from employees. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to put in the EI portion, and then finally the total amount for the Receiver General. Before I do it, I just want to point out, just for the sake of time, it is still very important, as I mentioned before, even in the class, to really be careful of our naming conventions, because when we go back here to total and we have to refer to these cells, we have to know what we're looking at. So just take a quick look. You can highlight the cell, click on the Alt tab. Okay, that's net pay. We're not too concerned about that. We're not going to add that. But for the items that we have to add, you can see the naming convention. I've put Fed tax total. In the provincial, I've got provincial tax total, CPP employee total, and CPP company total. This way, when I'm going to create my formula to calculate the total of the Receiver General, I'll know exactly what references to put in that calculation. All right, so let's go in and add the EI. On the Design tab, select the text box, and we will call this EI Employees. Okay. And in our unbound box, we will name it EI Employee. We'll just use an abbreviation, total. I'll put total again so we know that's where the amount is. Go into Data. Go to our expression builder on the control source tab again, same thing, the little three dots. Put in our formula, equals sum open bracket. Of the EI, close bracket. Okay, and we want to format as currency as always. Okay. Let's add another box below that. This will be the EI portion that the company must pay. Call this EI company. And in our unbound box, again, we're going to want to name this EI company total. Okay, let's put this in here. Oops, I want to get rid of these numbers here. If you hadn't done that, I left the text numbers in there in the previous box. We want to make sure that's clean and just says EI employee total. All right, so let's go back to our data. A little bit slightly different formula. Again, it's going to be equals sum, and it's going to be the EI. And close bracket, and we're just going to multiply this by 1.4, and that is the portion that the company itself must remit. All right, so now we've got everything there that we need to total for the Receiver General. I'm just going to drag this down a little bit to make some more room, add an additional box, put this in here, and we'll call this Total Receiver General. Just going to give myself a bit of room here. We can tidy this up in the report view under layout. Okay, so let's go in here and we're just going to put in our formula. And that's simply going to equal the federal tax total plus our provincial tax total, the CPP employee total, CPP company total, the unemployment insurance for employees total, and lastly, the EI company total. Okay, select OK, and as always, we're going to format this to currency. All right, So let's save this now. Right click and save. Let's go into report view. Okay, my screensaver software is not letting you see. Oops, okay, so we can see here we've got to adjust this. I missed adjusting that into currency, so let's do that quickly. And I'm going to select EI. There we are. I didn't format that. Okay. All right, we'll save it. Back to my report. Okay, and we've got everything completed here now. Now you can see my boxes are a little bit of a line. That's fine. You can even move these around and put them side by side any way you like. Again, to do that, the simplest way is just to right click, go into layout view, and you can start to move anything around any way that you like. Just give you a couple of examples here, just using my arrow keys. Okay, so again, I won't use up any more video time, but you can just move your items around anywhere you want on this page and get it all lined up any way that you like, and you can pretty much get everything contained in one bottom section. So what's going to happen is, you'll see, as we start to enter more data into our data system, this report will continue to expand and grow. So that bottom portion will continue to be pushed down a little bit further. I'm just going to go into report view for now. But that's how you that's how you add these fields in there. Once you put in and you've checked your calculations and everything looks well, you can go into layout view and you can just sort of move things around and get it nice and tidy. So that's it. That's how you go from creating a payroll query, converting that into a report, and then adding additional fields at the bottom of your report to calculate all the necessary things that you need. And that's it for this series.